Gets stuck in to bring the ball away. They turn defence into attack. Cantona. They can't find Sharpe. Now it's Dixon. Inside. He had right, but Paulins gets back to mop up the danger. But what a frantic start to this game. Sharpe, he knows that he's back in the big time. Bold and Adams deal admirably with that United attack. Frantic moments at both ends of the field. Steve Bruce reading that particular high ball well. Seaman, good distribution again. Bruce battling with Smith. The referee waves play on. It's all locking of arms. Schmeichel as yet untested. This is Dennis Irwin. Cantona booed every time he gets the ball. I'm sure that doesn't surprise him, but I'm sure most of the calls are untranslatable anyway. Parker to Hughes, tries a shot and Seaman's lost it! And Lee Sharpe has put it in! Lee Sharpe is back! And back with a vengeance! His first game of 1994, 10 minutes into it, he scores his first goal in 3 months, mainly thanks to Mark Hughes' shot, which was spilled. A rather glaring error by the England goalkeeper. Took a nasty bounce just as Seaman was going to catch it, and Lee Sharpe was on hand to finish it off in decisive manner. Bruce's header. Roy Keane really settling down in this United midfield. Cantona whistled that again. Hughes has sneaked in behind Bold and almost catches out Seaman again. His handling didn't look too sharp on that occasion either. Bruce, the umpteenth time winning the ball in the air. Cantona, close attention from Winterburn. And something's happening off the ball there. The linesman has signalled to the referee. And Roy Keane is not only going to be spoken to by Vic Callow, he's going to be booked, and that is very, very bad news for the young Irishman, because it takes him over 21 points. Here's the incident that you wouldn't have seen the first time. He went in with Davis, and I don't think he made contact, but by actually kicking out, gets the yellow card, and that's him out of the FA Cup semi-final against Oldham. So it's Merson to take the free kick, but an easy catch for Peter Schmeichel, who tries to launch an attack. Isn't too happy that he hasn't got players making moves for him. Brian Kidder, former Arsenal player, knows this ground very well. United appeal loudly and get the corner kick there. Giggs to take it. Aim for the far post where Keane's coming in. Gets ahead to the ball. Sharpe sort of an under. And offside. Arsenal not for the first time. Catching a team in their offside snare, led by Tony Adams. Smith and Bruce go up again, and again Bruce is the winner. Davis helps it on to right. He's sneaked through the defence. Great save by Schmeichel. Danger's not over yet. Davis's shot and inch off the line. Well, United let off the hook twice there in quick succession. It's still not away. Dixon to Merson. Winterburn again on the overlap. Gets the cross in, and Smith with a header, but Bruce sticking to his man. Ball didn't reach Ian Wright, and he's so dangerous when he wriggles free from defenders. It's the first time tonight we've seen him get away from Pallister and Bruce, and it really did bring the best out of Schmeichel. He normally scores in these situations, but of course he's up against a world-class goalkeeper, and then Paul Ince getting back and doing a very good covering job on the line. Adams. Well, top quality entertainment for the packed Highbury Arena. Jensen. Smith. There's so much donkey work. Now Winterburn, who's playing almost as a left winger there. He wears that number 3 shirt and is listed in the programme as a left back. It could be a mistake to leave Ryan Giggs alone. Giggs cuts inside too, but the Arsenal midfield closing down. Almost 3-1 on him then. They know the danger of this young man. Davis. Jensen. Ian Wright's buzzing now. And the other Arsenal fullback Dixon gets forward. Lovely ball in. Merson had made a good run, but not so good because he was a yard offside as the ball was played. Peter Schmeichel just trying to calm down those players in front of him. It was an excellent pass from Lee Dixon. Put it between 4 players, and Merson's timing was just a little off. Oh, Schmeichel made the obligatory save anyway. Winterburn. Parker launches himself in, and that leaves United a little short at the back. Pallister's there. And so is Steve Bruce, who gets in a tangle with Smith. The linesman claiming that he'd fouled him, though I don't think the referee gave the decision. That was on the advice of the man with a flag in his hand. And a free kick given in a position which is more dangerous than a corner. Merson to take it. A packed 6-yard box, and I think that comes off the toe end of Gary Pallister. Well, an own goal, but questions must be raised about whether it should have been a free kick in the first place. Paul Merson taking the credit from his teammates for delivering the ball in there. And it was Alan Smith who tangled with Steve Bruce in the corner. Bruce was insistent that it shouldn't have been a free kick in the first place. Bold went up, and there's confirmation that poor old Gary Pallister was the culprit, and he scores the own goal to make it 1-1. Key. Ryan Giggs has been snuffed out of this game. He's spent more of the time chasing Winterburn. Just a couple of minutes to go to half-time. Paul Parker. Shot from Mark Hughes, a carbon copy of the goal, apart from on this occasion, Seaman didn't spill it and Sharpe didn't put it in the back of the goal. But Mark Hughes' shooting has been on target, very precise, but a little bit too easy for David Seaman on that occasion. Merson. Selly. A quiet game in the Arsenal midfield. And doesn't win too many friends in the home crowd with that shot. It's a little bit of advice there from more experienced Paul Davis in midfield. He'll have to do a lot better than that to get Schmeichel onto his knees. Cantona is playing further upfield now. Hughes to Giggs. Cantona looked slightly offside, and that was the cry from the Arsenal backline, but very cool defending and strong concentration from Lee Dixon to get it back to Seaman. Had an excellent game, Lee Dixon. Now out of the England reckoning, of course. Look at that for a ball from Giggs, and exquisite control almost from Cantona. And Dixon using his upper shoulder. Good scrap going on in there, and Mark Hughes is one never to pull out of a challenge. Selly comes away from it bravely. This is Davis. Jensen to Selly again. Seconds ticking away in this first half. Lofted forward for Wright to chase. Pallister judges the bounce well. Ince. Owen. Sharpe's little flick doesn't come off, a dangerous area to try it. Dixon goes on a run, but a flying, well-timed tackle from Paul Ince. Giggs. Well, Lee Sharpe maybe looking sharp, but he didn't have the pace to beat Tony Adams to that one. By Bruce to Sharpe. Teases Bowl to the ball, but Bowl keeps his eye on it. Gets it back again. Selly. Arsenal beginning to take the game to United, but of course we know that Manchester United, they're dangerous when they're counter-attacking. Here's Giggs. Great save. Just a foot in from Seaman as Hughes puts it in again. Doesn't quite fall to Cantona, and nobody backing up from midfield. Ryan Giggs or Eric Cantona could have given United a valuable lead just before the half-time whistle. Wright keeps going, puts the ball just wide, but the referee's whistle, I think, had just gone. That goal wouldn't have counted. An excellent first half, real value for money for the fans, and Lee Sharpe marks his comeback with a 10th minute goal. But Arsenal equalising just before half-time through a Gary Pallister own goal. So it's going to be Arsenal to kick off this second half in an evenly poised game. No real indications of which side is going to claim maximum points. It looks like a draw written all over it at this stage. Little to choose between the two sides. Excellent saves from both goalkeepers. And plenty of attacking football from both sides. Ian Wright was given just one opportunity in the first half. Well marshalled by Bruce and Pallister. Peter Schmeichel, of course, is soon to be banned after that sending off against Charlton Athletic in the FA Cup. There were rumours that Les Sealey may have played tonight, but Schmeichel keeps his place. But not a clean sheet. Lee Sharpe showing willing. Changed wings with Ryan Giggs for the start of this second half. Keane on the right wing at the moment puts in a good cross. There's Giggs now on the left. Ince. Again, Arsenal pack their defence and canter forward through Merson to Smith, whose job really is to hold the ball up. You don't see him shoot in those situations. Selly passes on the responsibility. Good block coming in from Steve Bruce, who puts his body in the way of that shot. It looks rather painful. Davis's corner. Hughes gets back and helps out once and helps out twice. Now Sharpe. Not to hold it up, he has little support in attack. Gives Merson the run around, but runs out of pitch to play in. Certainly looking fit and at his best again, Lee Sharpe. Free header for Sally. Free chest for Keane. Now Parker. Little header from Cantona. One of his quieter games. And Mark Hughes has been well marked by Adams, but on that occasion Adams was climbing all over him. And a free kick in a scoreable position for Manchester United. Giggs and Dennis Irwin could be fighting over this one, and Lee Sharpe can hit a ball from distance as well. Of course, they have that option again now. David Seaman going for just a three-man wall, as he did to Ronald Koeman's famous free kick. It's Giggs who takes this one, and Seaman watches it all of the way. And Giggs tries to curl that one in a very light breeze around Highbury, but unlike the Dutchman in the World Cup campaign, couldn't catch him napping. Beaten bravely to the ball by Owen, but he's broken away from Owen. There's a chance for Wright, an important foot in from Pallister. And Steve Bruce getting involved as well. And as always, Peter Schmeichel berates his defence. Ian Wright looking like the coolest man on the field. Gould. Jensen goes in, trips over the ball. Good footwork from Cantona. Good shot from Hughes, but well, clean handiwork from David Seaman. That was a more difficult save than it looked from a powerful shot of Hughes. Arsenal go quickly onto the attack. Snuffed out by Parker. Cantona. Keane. It's an untidy challenge from Davis, but Keane not complaining. The game has flowed and the referee has allowed it to. Keane getting a little overexcited there. Not a nasty challenge, but the referee not getting away with anything. Many of Arsenal's goals come from set pieces, and of course they have the twin peaks of Bold and Adams to aim for on these occasions. This one's taken a little shorter though. Ince with the header. Wright can't try any of his tricks. And Ryan Giggs, he's got Dixon close at hand. Good challenge from Dixon. Pallister getting stuck in. And Irwin. And now Smith joins in, but Dennis Irwin wins that particular fight. Dixon gets it back. Arsenal fans baying for a cross. That's over Schmeichel. It's not too often that he leaves those. And Paul Merson getting a blow to the head as he tried to come in at the far post. A few words between goalkeeper and defence there, whether Schmeichel should have come for this cross. Beautifully delivered from Lee Dixon from deep. And Paul Parker beating two big men in the air, Adams and Merson, to put it out for a corner. Going to be Merson to whip this one in. Oh, Schmeichel had lost it again. The defenders bailing him out. Ryan Giggs tugging at the shirt of Davis. The referee waving play on, and Davis gets some retribution. Well, Giggs can't believe it, but the referee is waving play on. But 6 of one, half a dozen of another. And the game continues to flow. Parker finds Giggs. Helps it out to Cantona. And the boos ring around again, but he puts one in, almost wipes the smile off their faces, and Manchester United have now It's Lee Sharpe again. Eric Cantona, the creator. And Lee Sharpe with the old boogie-woogie. Well, he enjoys playing football, and even more, he enjoys scoring goals and celebrating them. His second of the match. 53 minutes gone. The delivery from Eric Cantona, beautiful. Giggs flew in. And Sharpe whipped in the second for Manchester United. And all of a sudden, it looks extremely serious for George Graham. Well, he remains tight-lipped. Has the option of throwing on his substitutes. And it's the Manchester United fans who are now singing inside Highbury, despite being very much in the minority. Not too often that you can say that at Premiership ground. Light rain for the players to deal with now as well. Cantona twists and turns away from some heavy duty challenging from Jensen. Manchester United just happy to push the ball along the touchline and take as much time as possible. Giggs, Cantona. Right, goes past two defenders. Screaming for the ball is Merson in the middle, but well, I suppose you could accuse Ian Wright of being greedy there. But so often you see him chip the goalkeeper in those situations. On that occasion, he may have been better advised to cross the ball for Merson, who had made a great run to the far post. Keane. Slows play down. Cantona rode that challenge well from Jensen, not for the first time. Now Giggs. Nobody in the middle. Winterburn away. Merson coming deep, looking for the ball. Very much the carrier, but Arsenal have lost their rhythm. Manchester United very much into theirs as Giggs takes on three defenders, beats them all. Can he deliver the cross? Yes, he can. Hughes can't get a connection. Maybe Ince can, and it's sky high. Paul Ince, after scoring 2 goals in 2 games, can't make it a hat-trick of scoring matches. It was Ryan Giggs who'd done all of the hard work, and he had to be quick thinking and a very quick shot from Paul Ince, but got his body and his foot underneath it. Smith. Right. Dennis Irwin having another one of his excellent matches. Alex Ferguson says he only has 1 bad game a season. On that ratio, he's possibly due one. The season 3/4 of the way gone. Ince thinking about another shot. That was until Davis brought him down. And that could be argued that it was a goal-scoring position. Now Davis will be lucky to escape a yellow card, and if you stuck to the letter of the law, it could really be a red card, because Ince would have had a shot which would have hit the target, and Davis knew what he was doing there. I think Paul Ince is pointing that out to Vic Callow, but a free kick in a very, very dangerous position. A split wall, this time a 5-man wall. There's Ince and Irwin in there, but Eric Cantona, the man looking most likely to take it. That he does, and chips it over the bar, much to the merriment of the locals. Eric Cantona, the man the away fans love to hate, and well, that was more in keeping with French rugby union. Smith. Steve Bruce again goes in, arms and legs everywhere. Filter offside, right. Brought the best out of Schmeichel as the rest of the United defence were appealing for offside. Peter Schmeichel was keeping his balance, getting his angles right and keeping his concentration, and that could prove to be a very important save. Twice Ian Wright is being one-on-one with Schmeichel, and twice Schmeichel has come off best. Erwin. Little flick from Cantona, but nobody there. Adams. Dixon helps it forward. 3 players come out and 2 stay back for United. Paul Parker. Cantona, little shove in the back from Adams, and Cantona responds with a little nudge to Adams. The referee gives a knock-for-knock decision, and it will be a throw-in. Substitute to be made for Arsenal. They're bringing on the brawn of Kevin Campbell and taking off the midfield finesse of Paul Davis. George Graham deciding to go on to the offensive. And Arsenal now have 4 attackers on the field, going for this equaliser. Ian Wright. Campbell making an early run to the near post, but close at hand in case Schmeichel had dropped that one. Good cross from Wright. Ince. Adams looks at that very confidently, but not when Eric Cantona's around. Oh, great pass from Cantona! And Lee Sharpe was 1 yard offside. Beautiful skills from the Frenchman, showing no signs of nerves after that sending off on Saturday. And Alex Ferguson must be very happy with the way his team are performing, but of course still plenty of defending to do. Arsenal, one of the most professional sides, not only in England but in Europe as well. They keep going and going and going, a real machine of a team. Dixon winds himself up for the long throw. And Pallister quite content just to give away the corner. Steve Bold at the edge of the area. Tony Adams waiting on the penalty spot. Merson taking the corner kicks on both sides of the field. Aiming for Adams. Out jumps Pallister, and Peter Schmeichel had to be sure. Going over the bar and just tipping it away for a corner. It has to be said that Arsenal have the advantage in inches in the 18-yard box from these set pieces. Bold waiting at the far post again. Merson takes this one. Bold comes in late. Not well cleared into a ruck of players. And Selly with the shot. Oof, and a nasty challenge there on Alan Smith. And Dennis Irwin offering his apologies. The Arsenal fans baying for a booking. And, well, no excuses really can be made for Dennis Irwin's challenge there. It was high and it was late. Selly. Dixon. Merson weighs up the shot and scores! Well, the United defence went to sleep then, and Paul Merson woke them up with a loud bang. The ball crashing against the post, against the stanchion, and nestling in the net. And Arsenal have equalised. Nobody willing to take responsibility for Merson, who had all the time in the world there to snap it into Schmeichel's goal. And 12 minutes to go, Paul Merson has saved the day. And the question is, do United settle for a draw? Or do they go for a winner? Finely balanced game. Nobody leaving Highbury early. Paul Merson. Match saviour. Can he be a match winner? Parker. Nice little shimmy. The crowd then, I think, changing the referee's mind. He was a good 20-30 yards away. Parker was shielding the ball, thinking it was going for a goal kick, and Arsenal have a corner kick. Referee's decision for a free kick in the first half brought Arsenal a goal. No go against Manchester United again. Merson with the corner. Bold goes up there. Brilliant save from Schmeichel. I don't think he knew a great deal about it, but his reflexes were razor sharp there. Bold with a header. Little flick from Campbell, and I think it was Schmeichel who saved it with his mouth. Well, the United players will tell you he's got a big mouth. Rarely does he use it to stop shots and headers. Manchester United deciding to make a substitution. Lee Sharpe, who must be very tired, goes off. On comes Ryan McClare for United. Bruce to Irwin. Hoists it forward. Cantona in there, but well marked by Paul Merson, who seems to be everywhere for the Gunners. Very well-timed challenge coming in on Selly. It promises to be a frantic last 10 minutes with quite a bit of stoppage time to be added on as well. Right. Can't find Campbell. It bounces off Parker to him now, though, and Winterburn scurrying forward. Bruce's clearance. Jensen thinks about the shot. Still to score for Arsenal, the Danish international. A well-worn statistic that is. There's his international colleague, Schmeichel, hoisted upfield. Cantona and Bold go head-to-head. Hughes joins in, and so does Giggs. Across from Giggs, Cantona couldn't get direction on it. High foot from Bold, surely. And the referee gives the free kick the other way. Well, Mark Hughes asking referee Vic Callow why he's given the decision. He thought that Bold's feet were high, but I think the free kick was given for Hughes handling the ball. Here's the incident again. Cantona nodding it back. Well, the question is, what was first, Bold's foot up or Hughes' handball? The referee thought a hand was. Mark Hughes examining the stud marks around the midriff from the Arsenal central defender. Campbell's header to right. Cantona, great flick. Beautiful pass to Keane. Little foot in from Adams was enough. Cantona gets it back. Goes in strongly. And the referee listening to John Jensen there. Selly goes down. It wasn't a particularly nasty challenge from Cantona, but the referee signalling that he went in with his studs showing, and Cantona is going to get a yellow card. Hasn't been his week. Sent off on Saturday, booked tonight. He bites his tongue as Selly receives treatment, and Cantona, well, was guilty of going with his studs showing, but it hasn't been a dirty game or a hot-tempered type of game. And that's how to tackle the Paul Parker one. Winterburn has a medium to long throw. Gets his target in his viewfinder, but it's Pallister away. Winterburn helps it in again. That should be Peter Schmeichel. He's lost it. Wright puts it in. And Wright begins his celebrations, but he's called back by the referee. It takes a lot to put Peter Schmeichel out of his stride. The referee deciding that Schmeichel was fouled as he went for Winterburn's cross there. And at the centre of controversy is Vic Callow. Cantona in for one challenge. Jumps away from Adams. Has been talked to by the referee. And he's given a second yellow card and a red card to match. Unbelievable. Oh, Manchester United chasing Vic Callow around Highbury, demanding an explanation which Steve Bruce, the captain, is entitled to. The referee can't change his mind, though Roy Keane would like the linesmen to join in the argument. Meanwhile, Eric Cantona is already at the tunnel. Well, he went in protecting himself under the challenge from Jensen, and there seemed to be nothing wrong at all with the second challenge. It was 50-50 with Adams, who is a big man to go in with anyway. But Cantona is sent off. Well, we all know what is going to be making the back page of the tabloids tomorrow. Meanwhile, Paul Parker goes down, claiming a stray elbow. It's all got out of hand. Can Ryan Giggs bring some sanity to the game? Forward he goes. Dixon trying to catch him up. Goes back at Adams and just wide of the far post. What a match. McClare, now he goes down. The referee waves play on this time. Kevin Campbell. 90 minutes almost up. Merson, chased by Irwin. Comes off Irwin, and another corner kick to Arsenal. All the more difficult for Manchester United to defend, as they're down to 10 men. And arguably 9 men, because Paul Parker is struggling with that blow to the face from a moment ago. Ian Wright, one of his England colleagues, making sure that he's all right. Here's the goal that was disallowed for Wright, even before that Cantona sending off. Schmeichel went for it, and definitely an arm up from Alan Smith, putting Schmeichel off. And of course, since then we've had one of the most controversial sendings off of the season. King gets away the corner. Dixon to Merson, but Giggs comes back and skips around the challenges, and some valuable time will be wasted. I think Gary Pallister was appealing for an offside there. And probably PS, how long to go, linesman? Selly. Ball for Campbell to chase, but Schmeichel dropped it. It's still not over. Well, the most unpredictable game of the season. Goalkeepers, referees, they're all joining in the fun. All since Kevin Campbell came on as a substitute as well. Oh, plenty of entertainment for the 36,200 crowd inside Highbury. This, of course, one of many difficult fixtures for United. Villa on Sunday, then Liverpool at home and Blackburn away. Some season-shaping games all packed into a short space of time. And they'll argue that the pressure is getting to the men in black, but has been an excellent performance against one of the toughest teams in the Premiership. Oh, Jensen tries a little snapshot in the final minute of the game, and saved by his international colleague Peter Schmeichel. You'll argue the two best exports from Denmark since Bacon. Jensen with a shot and Schmeichel with a very smart save indeed. Still he seeks his first goal in an Arsenal shirt in the English leagues. Giggs has got a few. Manhandle there. His route blocked to goal by 3 players. Now, Wright only had 1 to beat, and that was Bruce, who put his foot in. The referee just calling a halt to play. I guess there's a player down in the Arsenal area with a head injury. Lee Dixon gets some treatment. Meanwhile, time to show you the Ryan Giggs run, and that's where Dixon took the blow to the head. Dixon okay to carry on though. And even more time to be added on. Ian Wright doing a little dance there, but he'd been caught out by the linesman's flag. Owen. And under. Knocked on and away by Adams. Giggs. Skill. Ghosts away from 1, 2, 3 players. Has to beat Adams, which is a difficult thing to do. Adams trips over his feet and rather fortunately comes away from the ball. Ian Wright is caught offside. Linesman, well, only a few yards away from him. Ian Wright didn't like the decision. United's free kick. Bowled there first. Parker. What a good pass. Campbell. Stolen by Roy Keane, who's done an excellent job, especially in the period since Eric Cantona was sent off. United keeping their discipline in defence. Jensen down injured in a Peter Schmeichel almost giving the ball away. And he'll hold on to it this time. Nigel Winterburn could have done better with that. And it proves to be the final chance of a thrilling 90 minutes of football. Centre stage was Vic Callow. 2-2 it finishes. Paul Merson equalising for Arsenal 12 minutes before the end. But of course, that wasn't the end of it. Eric Cantona sent off for the second time in a week, the third time this season. That's what will make the headlines. But also a great return for Lee Sharpe. 2 goals on his return. And Manchester United still 6 points clear at the top of the Premiership.